Okay, people, so I have a bit of a different video idea, and this video idea is me talking about every anniversary banner unit. Now, let's go ahead and get straight into it. So the first year anniversary does not have any sort of banner units for February 2016. You have STR Super Gogeta being the most dominant unit in Dokkan history, and then you have in Super Janemba, who's obviously quite good at the time of his release, and of course post EZA being one of the most dominant EZAs ever. Kind of crazy, but hey, we're not going to talk about that. That's not the video to talk about this guy for. So first year, no banner units. Second year, funny enough, has banner units. They have this Trunks, who is on both the Goku and Vegeta banner, as well as this Pan, who's on both the Goku and Vegeta's banner. So I think that one thing I wanted to sneak in for both these 120% leader skills is that Pan should have been AGL. Oh, no, not AGL, excuse me. Pan should have been STR, and the Trunks should have been AGL because, of course, the Trunks being Awakening, he's being Awakening from the Vegeta medals. So you could have just, they could have just threw the Trunks on AGL so that he can be on Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta's 3 key 120% leader skill to Super AGL. And they could have thrown Pan on STR so she's a support type unit for that Goku's STR team. It just makes sense. Come on now, let's just keep it 1,000. So let's go and talk about both of these banner units right now. But yes, like I said, they should have made this guy AGL and they should have made her STR. I don't see why not. It doesn't make much sense. So, and the reason why I say that is to have these guys have some stat buffs. It just makes a whole lot of sense. Although, arguably, Pan could be run without a leader skill because obviously damage was the meta back in 2017. I'm getting off topic. So, talking about Pan first. Pan very clearly is a support type unit. On her super attack effect, she gives 25% attack to the entire rotation for one turn. And from her passive, she gives 30% attack and defense to all allies when HP is 30% or above. So you sit her in slot 1, she can give 25% attack for the entire turn as well as 30% attack and defense. That's quite good. That is quite good. And I would say that her on Goku's team, even though she wouldn't be getting the leader skill, can still definitely work. Because you're giving this guy 30% attack and defense. You don't even have to sit her in the first slot. You give this monster 30% attack and defense, pretty easy, of course, and he is going to town. Look at that, 150% attack, and he's getting an additional 30% attack and defense from her. That is quite good. Now, let's go and talk about the Trunks. Now, Trunks is very simple. Greatly lowers defense with 100% attack when performing a super attack. That is pretty much about it. Trunks is just a hard-hitting banner unit. So, Trunks on Goku's leader skill still doesn't really make sense to me because he's Vegeta's banner unit, but hey, it is what it is. I'm going to just go ahead and say that I like Pan better because Pan's support is just quite good for this STR Super Saiyan 4 Goku or this Vegeta. You can throw this Pan on either one of these teams on a no leader skill, and I think she'll do a-okay. She's kind of like the Int Chi for 2017. That's a weird analogy, but please don't mind it. Don't mind it at all. You could say that Trunks was technically better because Trunks had a leader skill. He had Goku's 3 key 120% to STR leader skill, Super STR. But I'm taking Pan any day of the week because she could be thrown on a leader skill. Now, let's go on over to the third year. And surprisingly enough, the third and fourth year do not have banner units. We're going over to the third year, and we take a look here. We stop right over here, guys. There's nothing here. Take a peek. We have both the LRs, as well as some brand new SSRs that got released, and that is pretty much about it for the third year. Now, for the fourth year, we have all those SSRs that got released for the previous year, from the third year into the fourth year, get Awakenings. We get the Angel Goku as well as the Maj Vegeta Awakening. We get the Galagun Vegeta as well as the Kakin Goku Awakening. We get this old-ass SSJ 2 Goku. Yes, yeah, Super Saiyan 2 Goku. We get this old-ass Super Saiyan 2 Goku to awaken as well as this old-ass Super Saiyan Trunks to get awakened. We just get a whole lot of awakenings from the fourth year, which is obviously really good, and I remember this happening. But the thing is that although we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 banner unit awakenings, the two main LRs did not have banner units. So the first year, The third year and the fourth year did not have banner units, which is obviously a little weird that the third and fourth didn't, but it's completely fine that the first year anniversary did not have banner units. That's the only anniversary I would give a pass for. Because if the second year is going to have banner units and the third and fourth don't, it's weird as hell. So it's going over to the fifth year. I'm going to go ahead and close out both Pan and Trunks because we've already talked about them. So let's go over to the 5th year anniversary. Easily my favorite anniversary of all time because the Blue Fusions were far and away the most hype units to drop. As anniversary units, I think it's not even close. In my opinion. People could say that, oh, the second year definitely had the most hype, or the first year definitely had the most hype, or I don't know, maybe the third year, because nostalgia hits people like a truck. But for me, it's the 5th year. I think the common thing, like, I don't even know how to, I can't even say the word, but common knowledge, 5th year is the most hype anniversary ever. Because fusions. You had Vegeta, you had Gogeta. It was amazing. But for the banner units, now, for both the banner units, I think both the banner units were rather good. You had Trunks and Mai, who, although were quite restricted, you had to have Blue Goku on the team, you had to go up against a Future Saga category enemy, you had to go up against a Zamasu or Goku Black to get the additional key and stats buffs as well as guaranteed crit. I think that this unit was definitely still runnable during the meta that was out at the time, that being the legendary Goku event meta. Now, of course, the 5th year did come out in 2020, but do keep in mind, guys, that Extreme Super Battle Road does not come out for JP until Saiyan Day of 2020. And on Global's still in the Legendary Goku event meta because Global doesn't get the Extreme Super Battle Road event until the part 2 of the Worldwide Down Celebration of 2020. So I'm pretty sure it's like, I think I remember the exact day, around like September 15th of 2020. So Global is still inside the Legendary Goku event meta around the time they get the 5th year anniversary, which is obviously really, really stupid. I think that Global should have gotten the Extreme Super Battle Road, like just first 10 stages as well as JP. But yeah, the decision, it's stupid. It's honestly stupid. So, back to Trunks and Mai. Although they seem rather restricted, using them inside the Legendary Goku event meta was definitely possible. For damn sure. They had a good super attack effect. They had a very, very powerful active skill. And I felt as though the condition was not really that hard to get off. You just had to have a Trunks team future. You just had to have Trunks or Mai attacking in the same turn on the 3rd turn from the start of battle. And you could just go ahead and hit the enemy with, what's that, guaranteed crits, stun them immediately, which is obviously stupidly powerful for Battle Road. And when you're able to use this unit inside Future Saga Extreme Super Battle, which will come out in the future, this unit is a absolute just behemoth. You can definitely just use them on there. Although they could take a bit of damage, I would say burn the item for them. You can still get that guaranteed stun off, unless you want to use, like, you just want it to rely on Trunks and Mai to get the stun off. I'm going off on a tangent. The main point is, for the Legendary Goku event meta, this unit was okay. This was an okay unit to run for the Legendary Goku event meta. And for Battle Road, this unit was this unit like a... This unit was an amazing Battle Road unit, for damn sure, mostly because of this active skill. It was this active skill. This was one of the strongest active skills in the game at the time, for damn sure. Now, going on over... Oh, one thing I want to say, one more thing, is that this unit was basically a better version of Tech Master Roshi. Yeah, that Tech Master Roshi, this was essentially a way... It's like this unit essentially had Tech Master Roshi's active skill... Excuse me, not active skill. Had Tech Master Roshi as an active skill. That's how exactly I wanted to say it. But Trunks and Mai, good banner unit. Bardock and Gine. Bardock and Gine, when Bardock and Gine first came out, you did not stop seeing this unit inside the troop showcases. This was a showcase dynamo unit. Not only did they remove negative effects, all allies like status effects, but they brought in a powerful ability, that being the 2-turn support type buff. 22% attack for 2 turns. Simple, sweet, easy. Bardock and Gine got that off. You saw this unit in all showcases. So damn near all showcases. We get the Bardock and Gine buff. You can pay the truth a nickel how many times you heard his ass say that. And he be rich. Because Bardock and Gine, you saw them quite a bit. Of course, with Physical Kid Buu and so on, so forth. Activation Edition wasn't really that tough to get off. You just had to be below 80% less HP from the 4th turn. Bardock and Gine will pop it, and pretty much it'd be pretty goddamn good. Although, they did have a sort of restricted passive, you had to have a Goku on the team, you had to go up against a movie boss character for the additional attack buff, and you had to go up against a Frieza to get the 3 key 100% attack and guaranteed crit. But I feel as if though this unit was a showcase god. And even then, this unit was also pretty alright in the Legendary Goku event. It's true. It's true. You sat them in slot 3. You could hide them. You could get away with using them for damn sure. Because that support type buff was definitely something that meant a lot to those units when this unit had first came out. So, with that being said, I feel as if though the 5th year had both very good banner units for the Legendary Goku event meta. They had, well, solid to be used in there, because these two could both die from a super attack to Int UI Goku, for damn sure. But to be fair, a good amount of the units in the game were able to die to Int UI Goku super attack. They were only like a select group of units, like a big, it's like a medium-ish, like, big, what am I talking about? Let's move on to the next goddamn banner unit. Let me just not discuss too far into it. I also kept up the events so I can check when events came out, because unit reviews, I've been kind of slacking lately. 6th year banner units. So far, I think the 5th year I think they had the best banner units in terms of balance. Let's go on over to the 6th year. 6th year, we have both the Reps Universe 7 characters. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I wasn't a fan of either of these guys. Not a fan. Wasn't a fan of the Gohan and Frieza, because not only did they not gain defense on super attack, which is obviously something that means a lot for the God Event meta, but I mean, guess what? These God Event bosses, they couldn't be sealed. I mean, technically, one of their attacks could have been lowered. You could attack debuff one of the gods, right? Let me see. You could attack debuff a god. I do remember that. You could defensive debuff Hellas. Okay. You could attack debuff. Who can you attack debuff? Nobody? I could have sworn one of these God Event bosses could be attack debuffed. Really? So it was only defense debuffs. Am I crazy? Why do I remember a boss being able to be... Okay, I'm just wrong then. Never mind. I mean, you could defense debuff Hellas, but that's it. Wow, okay, Hey, I don't mind being wrong at all. I don't mind being wrong at all. Okay, so going back on over to both these guys, yeah, this just lowers the value of these guys even further, because you can't seal God Event bosses. You can't seal attack debuff, defense debuff. Besides Hellas, you can defense debuff her. But basically, outside of Hellas, these debuffs are essentially worthless. The defensive debuff as a whole. So the attack and defensive debuff it's just worthless. Sealing was basically worthless in there. And if this unit did not guard, you died. Pretty much. And I feel as if though, even if this unit got hit by a super attack, no matter who the boss was, you were definitely taking a stupid amount of damage with that guard. For sure, because those God Event bosses hit quite hard. Yeah, this unit was just not good. The design was just not there. The best thing about this unit was that this unit was a support type unit. That's it. Because, I mean, you had double LRUI Gokus with EB, and then you ran LR Master Roshi. You can definitely help out with the support type buff, but you don't guard, you die. That's pretty much about it. It's sad. It's sad. The design of this unit, this Gohan and Frieza just sucks ass. Let's just be honest. No defense on super attack. Sealing was worthless inside the God Event. Attack and defensive debuff on super attack, I mean, pretty much worthless in the God Event. And, of course, a 70% chance to guard after performing the super attack. Why? So, if you, for whatever reason, this unit did not be able to get their super attack off, they fucking died. Okay, but for off-meta content, this unit's good, for sure. For Battle Road, this unit was a ridiculously powerful unit. Attack debuff plus seal is very great, but in the God Event, this unit's virtually worthless. Compared to like the 5th years where Bardock and Gine and Trunks and Mai could be ran in there, this unit inside the God Event is pretty much... If you're not running this character against one of those physical God Event bosses, like for example Sidra, then what the hell are you running this character for? Same thing for like Moscow, right? That's his name, Moscow? Yeah, Moscow. But even then, if this character didn't guard against Moscow, you were probably dead. So yeah. So the Gohan and Piccolo, I definitely say this character is better for sure. Super attack effect is obviously better. A 30% chance to crit and 50% attack for one turn. They did build up attack and defense each time they came back on turn, so that's basically 4 turns of them building up. They gained 120% attack and a 70% chance to stun performing a super attack. Stun chance being virtually worthless inside the God event, but the 120% attack and defense performing a super attack, which is obviously really good for them. They performed guaranteed crit when the enemy is stunned. They disabled enemy's guard when performing a super attack when there's and of course Reps Universe 7 characters 2 key 20% attack and defense. Cool. And when you have the Reps Universe 7 character attack in the same turn, I'm gonna be honest, both these units suck. They both suck. For the God event, I feel like these units were just, these two, is it crazy to say this is the start of a very just underwhelming anniversary banning units? Because these two were just, they just weren't good. I'm so sorry. You didn't go up against a AGL God event boss. This unit was just, even then they still got hurt when going up against the AGL God event boss. You brought this unit against Belmod? Belmod was hurting him. Well, them. Belmod was tagging their ass. It was, oh my god. I brought this unit into Belmod. I remember this so vividly. I brought this unit into Belmod, and this unit got, this unit got smoked. Like, it was post super attack too, fully built up. This unit got so tagged. Maybe it was because mine was 55%, but I'm pretty sure our Rainbow, this unit would still probably take a bit of damage. But this unit, both these units were just not that great for the God event. That's it. That's really about it. If you weren't going up against a unit where you were type of advantage against inside the God event, then these two were just getting really hurt. But inside off-meta content, they were quite good. This is probably going to start the trend, the 6-year anniversary with banner units and on, where in off-meta content, that's where the banner units for the anniversary are going to be at their greatest, rather than inside meta content, because these two are just not really that great. So 6-year gets an L. I'm sorry, 6-year just L banner units. I'm just gonna keep it 1,000. 7-year though, can we just go ahead and skip them and say that Broly sucked and Sin was better? Can we say that Sin is the best anniversary banner unit? I mean, could we say that? If you're an OG, and this is weird that I'm saying this, if you're an OG, you could talk me into saying that Super Saiyan Trunks from the 2nd year on Goku's team is the best banner unit. You probably could, because you got that guy with the pan to support him, then he can definitely do some pretty nasty fucking damage. And nuking was a meta strat back in 2017. 2017, of course, being the damage meta. So I feel like an OG could talk me into saying that GT Trunks was probably the best banner unit. Probably. But for me, it's for the Sin. So, Sin, I'm beating a dead horse. I mean, what's good about Sin is that he creates his own orbs, and him creating his own orbs directly supports this guy's buffs that he gets on Key Spheres. I mean, it's pretty goddamn simple. He has a good link set. He has a lack of teams. This is exactly how you create a banner unit that has a lack of teams. You make them this good. And when you get 7 Key Spheres, this character has a 50% chance to crit and perform an additional super attack, as well as 220% attack and defense. Meanwhile, disable enemy guard. So this unit, when you get him 7 Key Spheres, disables enemy's guard, which is obviously useless. Has 220% attack and defense, just fully added up, as well as a 50% chance to crit and a 50% chance to launch yourself super attack. Sin is good. I mean, Sin is good. Good passive, good super attack effect, good link set because he's a BBB unit, and them giving him what they gave him for his lack of teams is good. This is how you build a unit who has a lack of teams. Now, how you don't build a unit who has who has a lack of teams is this guy. What the fuck were they thinking? What? Dokkan. Okay. Remember how I said this is how you build a unit who has a lack of teams? What the fuck is this? This Broly? I remember there was people who were telling me that this Broly was good. No. This Broly is not good. They're like, oh, inside the red zone, just throw him inside slot 3. Guess what, fucker? If he gets hit, he gets touched in slot 3, he's exploding! It does not matter that he gets an attack and defensive buff from his passive to the super attack effect, which I obviously love. You guys know how I feel about a unit who gets an attack and defensive buff from their passive to their super attack effect. I love it. But the problem is that this guy wants orbs too, but he's not creating his own orbs like Sin is. What is this nonsense, bro? What is this nonsense? And he wants, bro, he wants to kill the enemy off to recover the HP. This is obviously a big amount of HP to recover. I like that. But the problem is that he's not doing enough. This isn't enough. Disabling enemy guard, launching a guaranteed super attack, effective against all types, delivering the final blow. I mean, this guy's heavily restricted. He's restricted to his orb requirement. He's restricted to the enemy he's attacking being below a specific HP threshold, and he's restricted to delivering the final blow. So you got a restricted ass unit who's come on now. It doesn't take a rocket science to realize why this unit's design is fucking awful. You have 3 category teams. What is this? The best thing about this unit is his link set and the fact that he's getting an attack defensive buff from his passive to super attack effect. That's it. That is all. That is all. We're done talking about Broly. Broly sucks balls. Sin is better. Let's go on over to the 8th year. 8th year should be pretty self-explanatory, guys. For the 8th year, we have, Icynova, as well as the Piccolo and Gotenks. Now, the reason why I don't like the Piccolo and Gotenks is because, again, they're restricted. So they want to recover HP for Rambo-Kisers obtain. Cool. But that could have been, like, damage reduction per Rambo-Kiser obtain. I'm just saying. They could have easily made this unit. This unit could have been so broken had they changed a couple things about them. First things first is the fact that they stack attack on their 9 through 11 and they stack defense on their 12 key. I think it's cool that they did the double super attack thing, but why not make them stack attack and defense on both their 9 through 11 and their 12 key? Why not? Why not? That's the first fix. The second fix, guarantee Rainbow Orb changing. Easy. The third fix, change this to like damage reduction per key spirit obtained? Rainbow key spirit obtained? Why not? Why the hell not? We're inside. Guys, realize the meta we're in. Realize the meta. Come on now. What is this? Come on. I think Dokkan values it way too much. What? Come on, man. Get that fucking recovering HP where Rainbow Keys are obtained out of here and make that damage reduction per Rainbow Keys are obtained. Because they get 5 Rainbow Orbs, that's 25% damage reduction. That's pity pat, that's good. And the fourth change I would make is to their restrictions to their key. What is this? They get an attack buff plus a additional super attack chance with 11 or less key, and they get a 30% chance to dodge with 12 key. Here's how you fix this. You listen to Dokkan, make their, first of all, remove the restrictions for the key, and give them a 50% chance to dodge, because they're a banner unit. A 70% chance to dodge would probably be too much for them, according to Dokkan. Give them a higher dodge chance, that's unrestricted, and remove the restriction for their 11 or less key. Wow! Was that hard? Whoa! Making them a dodging... could you imagine if this unit had a 50% chance to dodge or a 70% chance to dodge while Rainbow Orb changing and gaining damage reduction per key obtained? Do you know how much better this unit would be? That's it. I fixed the unit, pretty much. But other than that, heavily restricted unit, it just doesn't make sense. It makes no sense. I'm sorry. This unit's ass. Let's just keep it 1,000. And Icynova, I like the way they went with Icynova. I just don't like what they chose to give them. They're not good. They suck. But I really like how this unit is supporting what they're doing. So this unit has a 70% chance to stun their super attack effect. Their 70% chance to stun supports their effective against all types. I like when Dokkan does the correlating when it comes to supporting their own kit. I really adore that. Dokkan gets points for doing that. And I like that this unit's creating their own orbs to get their additional attack and defense, as well as their additional super attack from their orb collection. I dig this. I like the way they went about the correlating of... I'm trying to word it to not say that this unit's good. I'm trying to word it to where... I'm not trying to say I like the unit's design, but I like how they're connecting parts of this unit's passive. There we go. There we go. I like how they're connecting parts of this unit's passive, but I do not like how they chose specific things for this unit. I gotta word it so carefully. Because why this? Why this? You guys know how I said that Dokkan made this unit good for Battle Road? This is a Battle Road unit, for damn sure. Why the hell doesn't this unit support? Why doesn't this unit have damage reduction? Because they have 3 fucking categories! Gang! This card has 3 fucking categories. What? Oh my god. Okay, we're done. We're done. So, let's go ahead and make the video more interesting. And I'm gonna give you guys my top 3 banning units from all the anniversaries. So, obviously, the 1st, 3rd, and 4th year don't have banner units. So, I'm gonna give number 1. I think number 1 is Texin. Especially since he got a 200% leader skill. If we're talking... Oh, nah, we can't talk now. Nah, we can't do that. We're gonna talk at the time. Number 1... Bardock and Gine and Trunks are so good, though. Number 1's gotta be Texin. It's gotta be Texin. Texin's probably the best anniversary banner unit we've gotten. For damn sure. Number 2... would have to be, I want to say Bardock and Gine and Trunks and Mai. Ooh. But something is, I can hear like an OG telling me, an OG player is telling me to pick the Trunks and Pan. Because you guys don't understand how good this, if you were not, okay, I wasn't playing during the 2nd year. If you did not watch any gameplay on what this Goku could do, back when he had for home, this unit, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, was fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And if you put this Pan on the team, oh my god. That additional 30% attack and defense, as well as 25% attack when she does super attack for him, insane, bro. Insane. Does she have Kamehameha? She has Kamehameha. So... yeah, I mean, this Goku, man. Yeah. Pan, because Pan is like the Inchilai of 2017. It's so weird that I'm saying that. It's so fucking weird. Even though she's not giving key. But yeah, Pan's number 2. I gotta say Pan's number 2. We have Texin at number 1 and Physical Pan at number 2. The only reason I'm saying, okay, for anyone takes it out of context, I am grading them at the time, not now. Well, let's not do that. We're grading all the banner units on release at the time. So Texin has to be number 1. Number 2 would have to be the Pan. And number 3 is like Trunks and Mai. Number 4 would then be Bardock and Gine. But yeah, I think that is really about it. I mean, this was a very fun video to do. I appreciate you guys for watching. You guys are the best. I'll catch you guys next video. I love you all. You guys are amazing. You know that? Peace.